tonight. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So USC's offense will take the field first. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bears offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense will really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got a man. It's Johnson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Clark wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd shotgun, wants to pass. Pucks it out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. On the ground, it's Sanders. And some room to work. Lots of running room. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Trojans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Bear offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Clark to fire. Gets it out fast.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. The Bears brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lemon. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They've got a first down here to open the period. Clark wants to throw. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bears come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Oh, better look out. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Fires to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Makes the catch. It's Lawrence. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
If you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. To throw, it's Mayaba. Grab behind the line, it's Sanders. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Caught over the middle. It's Lemon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught on the outside, it's Lawrence. Well, so he gets a foot down, but he really didn't get a foot forward. No gain on the play.
You could have just quarterback sneaked it and got more yards than that. We need more from this passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Clark to fire. Finds his man. It's Joyner. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Right on the money.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Finds his big tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He's loose. Touchdown, USC. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Mayaba. Rushes on him, trying to make magic with his feet. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This off.
Oh, a lot of space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Quick completion on the out route. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
That man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
That's caught. It's Lawrence. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Wants to keep it in the air. Pulls it in. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Clark wants to throw. Snags it over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Look out, he's got room. Running through contact. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Sanders. Turning on the Jets. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown Trojans! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
So here comes the Bear offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Clark to fire. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. Wide open spaces. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. Got a man. It's Robinson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him, but still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He's got him. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mayaba. Shoots his way for more. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep.
That is a backbreaker. Down in the fourth quarter, you need units to play big, make plays for you, and your special teams just cost you big time, just gave away the football. Not many opportunities left, and you just gave a good one away.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Shoots his way for more. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air on first down. Snatch it. And he will score. Touchdown, Trojans.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And for a quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 24 over the Groupers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Clark wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Going up top again. Caught close to the marker. It's Joyner. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Bears are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The Bears want to move quickly. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Clark to fire. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes the grab past the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown Bears. Lead in the game and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Trojans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's a seam wide open. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. That's reeled in, and Sanders. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. It's a running room. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Clark wants to throw. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Lawrence. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, they'll force the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got his man. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He wants it all. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Clark to fire. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they trail by just 4. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.